Hey guys, it's Zach. Welcome back to another gun cleaning video. I'm in the TekMat workshop here with the Remington 870, and today we're going to show you how to clean it. So let's get started. All right, before we get started, safety first. Like all our gun cleaning videos, we want to make sure that the gun is clear. So we're going to rack the action and visually and physically inspect to make sure there's no shells inside the shotgun. This gun is clear, so we're ready to get started. The items we're going to be using for this video are first our TekMat cleaning rod, our Tek towel, a nylon brush, 12 gauge bore brush, a patch loop, dry patches, cleaner, lubricant, and protectant. And last but not least, the TekMat, because it cleans our surfaces, it looks good, and it also has all the schematics of the gun. So if you forget, if I were to forget, or you at home, you can look here and know exactly what they are and where they go. So now that we know the items we're using, let's go ahead and get started with the disassembly. Ooh, don't you love that noise? All right, so the first thing we're gonna take off of the Remington 870 is the barrel. So what we're gonna do is unscrew this threaded magazine cap, and we're gonna just set that aside, and the barrel will just come right off. Now, what we wanna do is remove the bolt and the fore-end assembly. So the way we do that is you're gonna go in here, and this thing right here is called the carrier. We're gonna push with our right thumb, and right here, if you push down, there's a little latch there, and that's actually called the left shell latch. And what we're gonna do is push that and have that facing forward, because that's gonna let the fore-end assembly come right out. And as you can see, the bolt just kind of rests right there. We can take the bolt off, and the lower and upper part of the bolt can be removed, and our gun is disassembled for this cleaning video. Now, some people go a step further and take these two pins out and remove the trigger assembly, but for this, for regular maintenance, you really don't have to do that. But if you wanted to, you just need to take out these two pins and pull that right out. Now that we have the gun fully disassembled, let's get on to the cleaning portion. The first part that we're gonna clean is the bore and the barrel. So let's move these aside, and grabbing our cleaning rod, we're gonna attach the 12 gauge bore brush. And now there's a lot of different ways you can do this. I like to just start off by just putting some cleaner on the bore brush itself. And you could see some cleaners dropping on the TekMat, and that's why we have it. Okay, so we have some cleaner on there, and what we're gonna do is start from the chamber end, and we're gonna just gently push all the way until the muzzle. And then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna just do this a couple times, just making sure that the inside of the bore is nice and scrubbed, and we apply that cleaner in there. And you can do this however many times you want. We're gonna stop there. While we let that soak, we're gonna put a little bit of cleaner on our Tek towel. And we're gonna just put a light coat, just apply some cleaner on the outside, right here on the barrel. Okay. So now we're gonna apply this patch loop. And right here, I folded this patch, this thicker patch, in half, and you're gonna just slide it through that patch loop. And we are going to push that through. All right, and some people will actually go back in with the patch. We are actually gonna take it off, because I personally like to run a clean patch every time I go through. So let's pull that back out. And as you can see, it comes right out. We're gonna stop there, but if you were doing this at home, what you would wanna do is run those patches through until it comes out clean. What we're gonna do now is move to the fore-end assembly. One thing you need to know is there's no need to scrub the wood. If you wanna wipe it down with a cloth, you can. But what we're really focusing right here are these two rails in the fore-end assembly. So let's get some cleaner on there. Now we're going to move on to the lower and upper part of the bolt. Here you want to be careful of getting any too excessive cleaner in the firing pin. And that's why I'm using this brush here. Get just a little bit of cleaner in there. Now for the lower part of the bolt, just scrub that with this nylon brush. Perfect, we can set that aside. And there I go again, dropping some cleaner, but it doesn't matter because we got the TekMat. What we're gonna do now is scrub inside of the receiver. I'm gonna use the smaller brush here. You can get the outside. Perfect. So now that we've applied cleaner to all the parts, we are going to wipe off the cleaner because that cleaner had a chance to soak, and now we can remove that carbon and the fouling and that buildup. Perfect. Moving on to the fore-end assembly. Just making sure to get all that cleaner off. Put a little bit over here. That is good. Let's go on to the bolt. So let's get the upper part of the bolt. Just rubbing off all that cleaner. And like I said, we really don't want any excess cleaner or oil chilling in here. And I'll get back to this with a patch so I can reach all those parts. Okay. Awesome. Now that is nice and dry. Let's get a patch really quick. So we're just gonna make sure to get all of that off. And as you can see, that bolt was actually pretty dirty. So it's good to see that our cleaner did its job. So we're gonna put those dirty patches aside. And lastly, the receiver, and kind of the trick I like to do for the inside of the receiver is I like to wrap it and use my nylon brush, the smaller part, just getting all of that cleaner, the grime. Perfect. And I'm gonna put that aside and get the Tek towel and wipe off the exterior, right there, the magazine tube. Perfect. Now it's time to lubricate. We love these droppers because the lighter, you don't need a lot of lubricant. You just need a thin coat where metal touches metal. And here, a shotgun, you actually don't need to put it in a lot of places. And with this dropper, I can really control how much. We're gonna put just a drop where this bolt slides in the receiver and just wipe off all that excess lubricant. And next, we're gonna put some right here on the fore-end assembly. You can just see a little bit of wear. And like I said again, we don't need a lot, so we're just gonna wipe So that is the only place we're going to be putting lubricant. The next thing is we're going to want to put some Protectant. And Protectant's a little bit different. It's more of a conditioner for the metal. We just like to put this on all the metal parts. Basically, it protects the metal from rusting. It dries on to the metal and gives it a nice shine. Not a lot, just a dot, not a lot, like they teach you in elementary school. And there we go. And I have a little bit more of Protectant that we're going to put on this fore-end assembly. Perfect. Now that we've applied cleaner, lubricant, and Protectant to the shotgun, we're ready to reassemble it. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the bolt, and here's the lower and upper parts. And the way you do this is, if you see the extractor here, it actually matters what part you're gonna put in first. So the extractor is gonna be facing forward, and here on the lower part, the smaller base, and here's the longer base, you're gonna put the smaller base on the extractor side of the bolt. And this is just gonna rest right here on the fore-end assembly. Okay, so this is probably the most difficult part, is putting the fore-end assembly and the bolt back into the receiver. And the way you do this is you slide the magazine tube into the fore-end assembly. And kind of what I figured out is, a lot of times the bolt will go off the tracks of the fore-end assembly, these two rails. And what you do is you squeeze these two metal rails, and you just push that in until it's snug. And then you're going to put your thumb in and push on the carrier and push that left shell latch and push that into the chamber. And then you can push this safety right here, and it allows you to rack the action back. So now that we have the bolt and the fore-end assembly, we can put back the barrel. And you're going to, right here, I'll flip this around. It just slides right in, and make sure the magazine tube is all lined up. And then you're gonna get this threaded magazine cap and screw that on. Perfect. And that is how you clean the Remington 870. Thanks for watching. This is the Wingmaster model. If you notice, there wasn't a spring when you unscrew the magazine cap. Other models, a spring will come out with it, but it doesn't change how you clean it. If you guys want to see more videos, please subscribe to our channel. Also, if you want to pick up your own TekMat, visit our website at tekmat.com. You guys have a good one.